The first 2 days of practice have gone?
I think our intensity's been real good. Effort has been real good. I like our attitude that what we're playing with. We're going to each play the next play, taking advantage of opportunities and getting better each day.
Has the defensive line really kind of stepped up and embraced a leadership role?
Well, I think that we got a nice solid two deep there. The most experience we've had in our defensive line, so we're very, very excited. And great defense starts with our D line.
They've gotten a lot of accolades in the offseason. Do you think that their confidence is pretty high right now?
I don't know. I don't believe much in accolades in the preseason. I believe more in what I see on video and performance on the field, and that's what we're building now. They had a great offseason this summer with Coach Lascalzo in the weight room and that type of thing, and now the football aspects coming in, and again, just improve each rep.
Some of those young DBs like Chuck or Marcellus, very athletic in the spring, but still learning. Do you feel like they have a better grasp of everything?
I think every day they're here, I feel better. Chuck is improving, and Marcellus is further behind Chuck because Marcellus wasn't here a fall ago, that type of deal. So, we're going to take advantage of these 22 practices and see where we're at.
Obviously, the first kind of real looks for Pat Porter, but what did you see out of him?
I like his attitude, his toughness. Again, he's on a learning curve, but he's going to have his ups and downs. But the thing about Pat is he leaves behind whether it's a good play or a bad play and goes to the next play, and that's what you got to have as a corner.
Now that the upperclassmen have a few years with you, do you feel like you can step back a little bit and let them teach the younger guys rather than?
Well, that's what we got coaches for. Our coaches are going to coach, and our kids are great. They take coaching, and that's what we do. Okay.
I got a bunch too. You talked about Porter, and I heard Halliday kind of trashing him a little bit. But are you worried about him kind of taking that personally?
No, I'm not.
No.
Not
Okay.
at all. Go to the next play.
Okay. And then also including him.
There's a lot of trash talking going on.
Including him and Hamid and Kevin Griffin, true freshman cornerbacks. Do you see them getting playing time early?
It's hard to tell right now. I want to get through these 22 practices and see where we're at in terms of who's on the travel team and who isn't.
And you got a lot of veterans in the linebacking core, though. I mean, how good do you feel about them?
I feel real good. We're a good, solid two deep, and guys that understand the system, and again, just trying to improve day to day.
And if you had to pick one guy who you think is going to stand out, old or young, who would you pick?
I picked our defensive unit.
As far as Isaac Dotson, I know he's going to be getting his first real reps now, but considering he kind of sat out last year, does he maybe have a little bit of a leadership role on that secondary?
Well, I think I think Isaac's more concerned about learning the playbook, getting his reps, and that type of deal. Leadership will come with age. He's still a young guy.
As far as Bo Glover, what did he do to maybe put himself in contention for a starting spot this year?
Well, I think Bo's been very consistent. He produces plays, and he's done that last spring. He's getting opportunities this fall, and again, we'll go through our 22 practices before we make a decision.
With Isaac, for a young guy that does have a chance to play earlier, have you been impressed with the things you've done off the field in the weight room and stuff like that to put himself in a position?
Works as hard as anybody I know. He takes care of his body, and I don't have to worry about anything physical with Isaac. He's going to take care of himself and be ready to go.
And how about Daquan Brown? I mean, he's probably the most vocal guy out there, at least from what I've heard.
Probably the most experienced at the corner position, and from last year. And I've seen a big improvement, not just in his physical ability, but he's bigger, faster, stronger, but I think in his maturity too.
How valuable is it to have him with, going forward without Buchanan and Horton?
Oh, I think he's just one of our assets. We've got a lot of assets, and he's just one of them.
Tracy Clark's a guy that has been around a long time but hasn't played a whole lot, but it seems like he's making a lot of plays now. Is there something?
He's going to be a senior next year, and again, Tracy's playing his butt off, and we'll see after our 22 practices.
How was the rest of that Vicksburg recruiting trip?
That was great. It seems like a long time ago.
That's pretty fun. Have you ever gone down and recruited in like Lake Okeechobee, Belle Glades area?
I've never heard of it. I don't know.
There was a big Sports Illustrated profile about how they have them chase, the recruits will chase